Alright, welcome to another Unkillable commentary track. This one for Night Striker from Taito in the arcade in 1989. Very fun, futuristic 3D shooter slash almost racing piloting game as well. 1989, a few years after this, of course, you'd see games like Star Fox for the SNES. Prior to this, obviously, the vector graphic Star Wars, but this at the time was really advanced, especially just in comparison to any other game of its kind back then. And it took a while actually to get something comparable to Arcade Perfect for any kind of console, because this was 89, and then Sega CD and even I think Saturn was the closest. Sega CD was pretty butchered. So yeah, it took a while, but this is a really fun game, phenomenal music. But we are going to do it in one life, one credit, no death. Let's see what happens. Alright, here we are, Taito, Night Striker, 1989. Going for that sweet unkillable run. We're going to start this off, and we're going to finish it off. Front to back, one credit, no deaths. Unkillable style. Abducted doctor and his daughter. All kinds of crazy English in this game, by the way, so be on the lookout for that, especially in the endings. Those are phenomenal. An emergency order to Night Striker. Undertake actions, defeat terrorists, and go directly to headquarters. You will be informed of detailed actions later. In a large city. Good luck. Alright, 5 shields. I start by hugging the ground, the street, then fly all the way up. So usually they handle these city-type stages. Extremes. Real straightforward, this stage. Typical, just shoot, dodge, etc. You can usually see the things coming a mile away in this stage. That changes significantly later on. But you can usually see like energy balls and things coming at you from a mile away in here. So again, extremes. Super easy to avoid. Alright, helicopter boss flies in a square pattern, has his shield up about half the time, and then he takes little pot shots at you somewhere in the interim. Shield's down, yeah, there you go, then I start moving, it's back up, see I get out of harm's way, try to anticipate, there he goes. Not hard at all. Alright. Real similar to Outrun. It's got these branching paths. We're going to go right the entire time. I take the canal this time. You get one shield extend at the end of every stage. So if you can play flawless, that really adds up for those last stages, because any route you take, the final stage is just nasty. Alright. Canal's not too bad. You do have to watch some of the obstacles hug the extreme bottom, because you'll want to get fancy and kind of be up or down. Alright. I should probably describe these heat-seeking missiles. If you get kind of low and then do a bit of a V pattern, try to guide them a little bit up and then dive and then go back up the other way like a V, you'll see that's how I usually dodge those missiles. Not easy, definitely an acquired skill. So it ramps up pretty quickly there in that regard. Alright, got some dodging to do here. Coming up anyway. Don't worry. Yeah, that part's easy. Alright. All the way right, all the way left. Then gradually work to center. Now I have the sea serpent type boss. Another easy one. Alright, go high to low. Start high, go low. Yep, you can usually draw the fire high and then go low, and you can pepper him the whole way. So he's real easy. Alright, to the sky. I have 7 shields here. So far so good there, so flawless. All kinds of crazy scoring in this game too. You can do like shooting down absolutely everything for a bit of a bonus. Past this bonus you get a lot for not shooting anything. You can let the clock run down on the bosses. So you can actually not shoot down a single thing and get huge scores as long as your dodging game is intact. But what fun is that? You wouldn't want to just fly past all the terrorists and have them just go around being evil without you punishing them. You gotta actually fight. So, yeah, I don't like to play that way. I like to play manly. But anyway, see, there you go. There's that V pattern I was talking about. Sky is real easy. There's just a lot of enemies, so you can get careless if you're not moving. Guide, there you go. Try to guide those missiles. Everything else is shoot, dodge. You have all kinds of room in the sky stage. You don't have to worry about any real obstacles, so much easier when you don't, by the way. That's why the sky is one of the easier ones. Only thing I really had to worry about was the missiles. Alright, these jetpack guys that are pushover. Usually I hug the extreme left or right. They always stop to shoot, so you know exactly where they're going. You know exactly who they're firing at. So usually you take that time to fly the other direction, take what shots you can. There's always somebody hugging somewhere on the extreme left or right, so that's how I almost got sloppy there, but didn't. Alright. Yep. Anyway, yeah. So they weren't nothing. Alright. 8 shields here. Head to the tunnel. Love the music in this stage. This feels like we're in that late middle, things are getting faster paced, and you're in an enclosed space. The music just fits that perfectly. Alright, all kinds of obstacles here too. Usually like to kind of hang out in the middle. For a while anyway. Then you got these spheres. Those things can actually be a pain in the ass later too, but alright, again, more towards the middle. There's going to be a point, so you got to go left, left, right. That'll be real. I'll point that out. Turrets aren't too bad. The missiles aren't really heat seekers, so you can just draw them to one place and then fly any of the other directions and take out all 4 if you can. Alright, there it was. Left, left, right. Back to the middle. Draw the fire. Yeah, that part's not that bad. Just gotta watch the extreme flights on the obstacles. Alright, now these little spiders, when you shoot them, they seem to self-destruct and have some kind of retaliation by shooting a shitload of missiles at you. So what I like to do, yeah, I play semi-pacifist until I get real close, shoot them, and then fly. Usually I'll hit the deck after shooting some upper ones. Alright, this bosses, they only can get you by contact. So if you do some kind of stick around the low, middle, and zigzag, you'll get almost all of them. I think I play sloppy here about... Yeah, there was the one. Alright, I got sloppy there. And that was my fault too. I could have taken him out if I just had better aim. Alright. Anyway, yep. That one almost got me. One thing you can do if they get real close, you could fly way up and then dive extreme. Sometimes you can avoid... it's not easy, but you can avoid those guys if you're slick enough. Alright, to the city. Always to the right here. Just to keep things simple, and plus I know that's where it's the sort of the most dynamic ending. Happiest ending, I guess. Alright, the city. I like to fly all the way up, way early, that's why. Because you got these flying cars. See, now it's getting like hornets. And I go all the way up and do kind of my V pattern or an arc pattern. Either one works. You do kind of gotta take what the game gives you, but see all those obstacles down there, like those. So you can even shoot those down, the banners. But if you stay all the way high, you don't have to worry about it. So that's what I do. Not a whole lot comes at you this way either, just because it's so wide open here. But you are going to see some cars coming from low to high. I also love the music here is that stage 1 music. And we know, just based on the map, that it's the second to last stage. I always love that about the old classics, where it would be like the first stage's music towards either the very last or next to last. Where it's like, oh, okay, we're coming full circle until the real challenge, so we're almost there now. Alright, I could get cute and head down, but no, it's really not worth the risk. You can get all kinds of points taking out the trucks, but no, forget it. Alright, the boss here, 2 of the helicopters. Same strategy applies, but you want to make sure not to get greedy. You can, and if you do, you will pay for it. So I saw those shields were off, but kind of stick towards the middle of either extreme high or low for most of your fire, just because that way you won't careen into buildings, because they're going to shoot a lot at you. So you got to say, because if you get greedy, you'll run into buildings and those shots will hit you, because they shoot a lot. They shoot a whole lot at you, so you got to really make sure your evasion is intact. Alright. Last stage, stage U. Also, every final stage in Night Striker transforms into some kind of super enhanced version. I always like that. Every stage has one of those too. There's a motorcycle one that's real fun, but alright. Here, this is where this game gets nasty. Absolutely nasty. I zigzag here, hug the bottom, take out the boats. Alright. Now for most of these missiles, if I see them coming, you don't always, you'll see what I do is I stay towards the bottom middle, and then guide up, and then I dive down and go up the other way like a V pattern. Up, down, up. See, now that I screwed up. Even though there were a lot of them. Had I done another dive earlier or later, I would have avoided that one. But, I mean, this is not easy. Obviously. Alright, there's a point here. Alright, head back to the bottom. We'll fly all the way up. Go down. There we go. When I see the green guys, the green orb-like guys, I took a hit there. That was sloppy. But if you go all the way up and then fly under the bridge real quick, you can save yourself a world of trouble. Alright, take as many of these jets as I can. Avoid them shooting at me. That was my fault again. This one isn't. There's one another. Yeah, not a whole lot I could have done about that. Not that I know of, anyway. Maybe there's some slick way, but I know some people can do this flawless. I'm sure I'll figure that out at some point. But anyway, got there with max shields. So anyway, okay, 5 shields. All I like to do is go this time low to high instead of the old when it was one of them. It's high to low. But here it's 3 of them. Low, high, draw the fire, high, then head back low. Low, they come up, draw the fire, go up. Back down, up. Second I start seeing the orbs come out, I go, yep, that was it. Final boss is of the right route. All done. 22, 41, 640. Alright, English time. When the player destroyed the anti-aircraft unmanned submarine Dragon herd and intended to go for discuting the doctor's daughter, he found a boat drafting about at the mercy of the waves. The caught daughter should be in that boat, I guess so. The player heard that she escaped by watching for a chance of an unguarded moment. It was very good. Fine works were displayed in the night sky. This was a sign of peace when all strategies have succeeded. Speaking of strategies that have succeeded, I don't know how good an idea that is, that he's just holding her hand in that super speeding vehicle of his and she's floating around the lifeboat, rip her shoulder socket out. Hey, I gotcha. Whoops. I don't know. I trust that guy. I think it's Mitch Buchanan. Or Michael Knight. Night Striker, Night Rider. Yeah, that just looks super dangerous, doesn't it? Yeah, this game had such great music. Special thanks to many other people. Yeah, but not and you. Always like that. What about me? Nah, I had enough fun. I used to love this game as a kid. Now coming back and being able to do this, that's great. Love that. MAME is just such a great thing. N W O for life. There we go. One life, one credit, no death, unkillable style. May to the June, baby.